Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Truthfully, it has been quite some time since I last filmed and I'm really excited. My next video back is a gardening video. It is the start to my favorite season ever. It's February, it's warm outside, the sun is so shiny, the birds are chirping, and my garden workstation is a mess. This is something I take you guys through every single year. It just marks the beginning of the garden season, and we can't have any progress if we have a lot going on. I'm going to film a series of videos taking you through my prep, my clean, starting seeds, everything. I hope you enjoy it. This is really my favorite time of the year. We also have to do some potting. I have some indoor pots that need to be repotted, new soil, all of that. It's really a fun time. So before we can pot or start any seeds, let's clean up this area because I'm working with a giant mess. Flipping you guys around so you can see what exactly I'm working with right now. So just starting with my seed starting station, as you can tell, I have some things from last year. All of my trays need to be cleaned and disinfected. I have some old pots that I'm going to keep, but I did donate a good amount of my old pots. And then truthfully, this is where it gets a little messy. I have tulips and lilies and just everything that I should have planted last year and I didn't get around to doing. They're already sprouting, so if I can get them in the ground within the next week or two, I think we should be fine. But this is essentially what we're working with. Once this is all nice and clean and organized, I can then go ahead and start doing my projects like repotting all of my indoor plants, and then that would get rid of those little bags and then these pots and some pots I have on the ground. I got these from IKEA. IKEA makes some of my favorite little pots. They're really inexpensive and they also come with the water trays. They do patina in a really nice way if you like the look of patinaed pots. So they will collect, like, I think it's calcium that gets on the pots and makes them this dark color. So this is what it looks like when you buy them new, and then this is what it looks like after a year or two. And I really like the way that this looks. This saucer I got from Pike and I liked it because it is glazed on the inside. The pots from IKEA are not glazed, so you cannot put that on like a porous surface. So as you know, I have a big garden and I actually really love these little copper planting stakes. They're reusable, they last a really long time. They do take a little TLC every single year because they don't really rust, but they patina quite a bit because it is copper. So you do have to clean these off every single year, but I think that's better than throwing things away. I invested in these Bootstrap Farmer trays maybe 2 seasons ago. These are harder plastic, they're reusable, and you basically can use them until you really damage them, and I don't see how you can damage them every single year. So I think this was a really good investment. I'm pretty sure it came in a set of 5 for a really good price. Bootstrap Farmer. They have like an online website, and I think you can buy some off of Amazon. I also invested in the Bootstrap Farmer seed cells. So this is a 6-cell tray, and I got them in this really pretty purple color. They come in a bunch of different colors if you're interested. I'll link their website down below. But I love these, they're reusable. I also love that they have air holes here and then a big hole at the bottom. This makes deep, like unpotting the cells so easy, because you can really stick your finger in here, lift the seedling out of here super easy, and repot them. I got these from Pike. They're from a brand called Modern Grower, but if I'm not mistaken, it's the Epic Gardener brand. But these are large. So previously I was using these flimsy plastic trays that I got in a seed starting set probably in 2020. I still use these, I love these, but I wanted to try these instead because these are a little bit deeper. I don't necessarily need a wider tray like this. I really need the depth. So I bought a few of these for some of my seeds that I start really early. So I'm going to use these for peppers, tomatoes, and eggplant. Trays are a lot easier to clean. The dirt kind of just falls right off of them because dirt's not really sitting in the tray. So I'm wiping these off, or rinsing these off with really hot water, and then I'm going to let it sit for 5 minutes with some disinfectant, and then we're all ready to go. So this is a container of seeds from 2020 to 2022 that I must use all of them this year. So what I did is I went through all of my seeds, and I take a little notepad and I comb through everything that I am interested in growing. This year, I combed through everything that had a packed by date from 2020 to 2023. So this full, I think it's like four pages of seeds. All of these seeds are from 2020 to 2023. There are some seeds on here that are newer that I just bought, but I don't have any other seeds to replace it, and I do know I want to grow zucchini this year, and I ran out of zucchini, or maybe broccoli or kale that I want to grow this year, and I ran out of seed packet. I'm pretty sure I already filmed a video showing you my seed starting organization, but just really quickly, this is a photo organizer I got from the craft store. Very inexpensive. It's probably really great for photos, but it is perfect for seeds. I have everything listed. I have one container for produce and one container for flowers. I keep things super organized because that is just how my brain works. And I love this because I can bring this whole container down to my seed starting area or in the garden. My seeds are safe, they're clean, and they're away from the elements, which is what I love. And it's just super easy to hold because it has a handle, and it's actually not very heavy, and they stack. So highly recommend. Whoever created this system is a genius, but highly recommend you doing this if you have as many seeds as I do. Let me show you how I organize this list realistically into my garden. So this is a mock-up of my garden, my raised bed area. Again, it's not too big, but this is probably bigger than what most home gardeners have. I really focused on allocating some space to get a really good crop or a good amount of produce coming out of the garden. This year though, I'm scaling back on my produce and increasing my flowers. So over the years, I would only put like maybe a few zinnias in a few beds, but this is the first year where I'm dedicating a full space to only flowers throughout the whole year. I'm not planting onions in the middle garden. I'm not planting any kind of garlic. It's just going to be flowers from the top of the season into the end of the season, and I'm really excited about that. One of my goals was to have more flowers come out of my garden, and I never really did it, so here I am. I'm also growing flowers in 2 other like quarters of raised beds, which I've never done before, so that is really exciting. All of these seeds or all of these plants that you see on the screen are seeds that are old and I need to use up for the most part. I have 2 3x6 beds, and then I have 4 6x3 like L-shaped beds, I guess, and then I have 1 3x3 bed in the middle, kind of like a formal garden type of feel. I also have arches overlapping or like connecting each portion of the bed from the walkway, so you'll see me grow like tomatoes or squash or cucumbers on those because I love that trellis. So in the top left, I'm gonna grow some lettuce. So spinach, romaine are my favorite, and I love to eat salad, so I'm growing that. Some radishes, and then I have some peas. These are melting sugar peas. They will not last the entire season, so I will succession plant them until it is too hot, and then I'll probably add flowers there as well. Then I have some cowpeas, contender bush beans, lima beans, and then more flowers. Going back over to the left in the middle, I have more flowers, some sweet meat squash, which is so good. I want to make some type of like butternut squash, pumpkin ravioli this year, so that's why I'm growing my butternut squash. I also have summer squash and zucchini growing. And then next, to the right, I have my tomato bed, which is black krim, yellow pear, and then I'm going to grow some tomatillos because I want to make salsa this year, so I think that would be a really good brunch. Moving down back over to the left, I am going to have my peppers here this year. So I'm growing jalapenos, habaneros, poblanos, bells. I'm going to have some midnight moon and some cilantro growing in this bed. And then over to the right, I'm going to have only 1 variety of cucumber. Normally I do 3, so this is really, you know, slowing it down for me. Some Copenhagen market cabbage, some kale, some toi toi, and then I'm gonna see if I can grow some broccoli and cauliflower, just 1 of each, and then 1 of the cabbages. So this is my goal for this year. I am really excited about it. I think it's going to be really good, and I get to use up all of my oat seed, which is what I'm super excited about. Now I just made these little sheets up in Canva, and I have everything listed of what I'm going to grow. So I have my two little lists of everything I'm going to grow. I'm going to grow flowers and vegetables, so starting those today. And then I also have like this little calendar side where everything in pink is what I'm growing on the 8th, and then I'm going to do another seed starting date on the 22nd. I usually like to separate my seed starting dates every 2 weeks because if things don't germinate, sometimes it takes a week, sometimes it takes some seeds actually take a full month, like 21 days to germinate. So I like to give it some time. If things don't move or happen in the seed starting area, then I like to go in and kind of like succession plant. Again, my seeds are old, so there's a high chance things won't germinate, but that is totally okay. And then after I kind of finalize where I want everything to go, I also have a mock-up of my garden layout in the little planner that I made, this little planner sheet. You can't really see, but there are gray boxes that mimic the setup of my garden, and I have arches. So I have this, and I'm going to take this with me when I go down to the garden and I'm actually doing a transplanting day. So I'll document all of that for you this year. If you have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments down below. But now it is time for the best part, which is seed starting. So I'm going to end this video and pick up again downstairs in my seed starting area, where we are going to get everything ready for 2025. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.